Virgos, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for June 6th to the 12th of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Virgo, this week we are continuing with the new beginnings from the last weekend's new moon in your 9th house. So this has been new beginnings with your adventurous spirits of life, perhaps expanding your horizons. And this could be, you know, adventurous and expansive, either on an external level, which is through travel, adventure, nature, that kind of a thing, but also internally as well, through philosophy, spirituality, examining our life purpose. This is all 9th house stuff. So whatever's been shaping up here, and it's likely something you've been focused on or started to be focused on since last weekend, cultivating it this week. Because this new moon was forming a grand cross, which is all about challenging ourselves, taking the action, implementing them. And I think it's a great week to do just that. And it all starts here on Monday in terms of this week, because the Sun and Venus are going to go exact. And so there's this new take, this new beginning with that. There's also new beginnings with what you value in life. Venus rules your 2nd house. So this could be financial, new beginning. You know, this could also be your material security, the simple pleasures of life, what you enjoy in life, nature, new beginnings with that. So good to be focused on these things early in the week. And one thing I want to say is because this conjunction does have Venus behind the Sun, you know, it's considered combust. There's a lot of prana, there's a lot of energy really being shined on your 9th house and on your values. So on your adventurousness or philosophy and on your perhaps financial life or your values. So the key is to have this awareness of self, just to keep everything in check, because Venus is behind the sun's just shining, it's just radiating, there's a lot of that energy there, and without that extra tension, sometimes it can run away with us. Okay, and then with that extra tension, it keeps everything nice and balanced. So that's going to be that conjunction, and this could also be new insights coming in, as there has been with the new moon, in terms of what you value about philosophy, spirituality, travel, adventure, and what you value too about the material world and how you can cultivate more of these simple pleasures in life. Now, as we go into Tuesday, that conjunction squares up to the North Node, as well as Pluto starts to trine up to the North Node this week. So a lot of this North Node energy, which has been this year helping you cultivate spiritual life, you know, learn more about yourself on that deeper level. It could be psychologically, such as through your examination, you know, through healing, being aware of basically any fears, any traumas, any type of anxieties that we might have. This is all the deep 12th house stuff, but it can be very spiritually liberating through that awareness, through that acceptance, through getting some of that alone time, that presence, that meditation time. This is what this year has really been about, getting into their deeper spiritual self and finding that peace. At the end of the day, it ends with peace. After we go through the acceptance work and the releasing and all this stuff, we come to that tranquility and we have more faith, more trust in our lives. So that's the North Node in the 12th. Good week to challenge ourselves with that here, maybe with this new beginning of the adventurous spirits, same way you can challenge yourself with this spirituality, maybe that alone time or whatever it might be with that. Then also here around this Tuesday time, Mercury is going to start to shift into your 9th house, where I think things have been very deep and transformative with your ruler in the 8th. You're going to notice likely a shift this week where Mercury's leaving that 8th house, going into the 9th. There's this sort of transformation that occurs at the beginning of the week, like on Monday, basically. And you'll notice that it's a bit, you know, higher. It's easier. It's like the butterfly after the cocoon phase, after the transformation. And so it makes it just such a great week for expanding your mind, seeing new possibilities, studying, learning new things, etc. Now, here on Wednesday, we are going to have Mercury sextiling Chiron. So a lot of that could be quite healing, in fact. You guys, there's this opening, maybe some rejuvenation happening, and an opening to maybe do some of this healing, which I think can come across a bit easier, at least specifically around this Wednesday, Thursday time. And then Mars starts to trine up to Chiron. So there is a lot of support here in terms of maybe feeling rejuvenated with your confidence about your values, about achieving your values, whether it's financial or otherwise. And that's the Mars in your second house, which has been helping you reflect on what you really desire in life, what you want to put energy into, what really motivates you about the material world. And that's great. And I think through that reflection of re-examining how you can cultivate this, re-examining your sense of self-worth, can be very, very healing. It can also be healing in your relationships, in fact, with Chiron in that 7th. Now, on Thursday, Mercury is going to be opposing up to Mars. So because this is your ruler, good balance here, I think will be important. Not going too far into just the drives, just the desires, just the self-oriented energy. We want to keep balance here. So the key is that with all this stuff that I think you're learning about life and the life path, having an awareness of that, keeping that balanced, and then still having this awareness of yourself and your drive so that they don't go to any extremes, then there's a good integration here. And being aware of the ego, the drives, can also keep everything on that even keel, because you guys could be feeling like on one hand, or something even in the external environment, maybe pulling on that, trying to get that Mars energy really out there. And it can be good to a certain point, to be direct and to be independent, but sometimes it can teeter, sometimes it can go too far into that Mars energy, that masculine, assertive, sometimes in the extreme, it's like aggressive kind of energy, and this keeps it nice and balanced through that awareness. All right, so that's that opposition. Then as we go into the weekend, we do have Venus sextiling up to Uranus over Sunday, so there could be something new, maybe some spontaneity with relationships. There's been this importance of learning about freedom in your relationships lately, and maybe with these new values that are unfolding about life and life's purpose and how to tap into that adventurous spirit, something new there could be maybe exciting or mixing things up a bit. So that's the week in a nutshell. Definitely a strong emphasis on your 9th house with new beginnings, with these possibilities, new beginnings with what could be unfolding along the life journey, learning more about life in and of itself, integrating that with your meditative time, your alone time, which is this 12th house, all right, going within, learning more about self on that deeper level. It's a good area to challenge yourself. Balance with Mars midweek, and maybe some healing taking place, specifically with your ruler there, and some spontaneity maybe over the weekend with relationships. All right, so Virgos, have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.